by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers. But that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on adoption, visit adoptuskids.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Hey, this is Mark with WFMCJams.com. Make sure you check out TSAI, the first Saturday every month, coming to you live from the Opry Mills Mall from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Welcome to Midnight Madness.
I look at Midnight Madness for the novice as the gateway drug to the festival experience.
Midnight Madness, Midnight Madness, Midnight Madness, yeah.
Madness. You're gonna get it, the Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it, the Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it, the Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it.
And now the Midnight Madness Show. Here's your host, the DJ Doctor.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mark, the DJ Doctor, coming to you for another Midnight Madness Show from the deep south, the heart of Tennessee, Manchester, Tennessee, home of the Bonnaroo, home of Exit 111 Music Fest coming up, too.
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, man, I can't wait. That's my kind of festival, too. So we have with us in the house the one and only, the Hillbilly Heartthrob. How you doing there? With a Rachel Lipsky shirt on.
I am, yes, a Rachel Lipsky Bones shirt.
I see that she's sharing the stage with, was it Charlie Daniels?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, congratulations. And let's kick it over to the birthday girl, the one and the only Velvet Presley. She is turning 23 tomorrow.
No. I don't mind owning up to my age.
All right, 26.
How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I am so wonderful. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for Hannah to come in, and so I better pass the phone. I already kind of blew the surprise of who's here, right?
It's okay. It's okay. Well, they're watching video. They see as Hannah's standing right there. We're going to hook her off and take her off the side, and another artist is going to come up. But we want to thank Chris at heatfmradio.com for putting us on his station and sharing it. Thank you, Chris. Also, Lisa T. at Alabama Jams. Thank you, Lisa. And our good friend over there at the radio station in Muscle Shoals area, Mr. David Havens. Thank you for being all part of the new family. So we got a really cool guest tonight.
Yes, we do. I was excited when she said she'd come.
This young lady has worked hard, and we see her some form of you and a band and your duo and solo. It seems like you're always doing something. So why don't you go ahead and make the initial, announcement who we have on our show tonight?
We have the lovely and talented
Angels,
Miss Hannah Fairlight.
Miss Hannah Fairlight's in the house with us tonight. How you doing, Hannah?
I'm so well. Thank you so much.
So well.
I'm so well. I'm feeling, honestly, physically, I'm feeling a little anxious, like something's going to happen in the atmosphere. Do you guys feel that? Maybe it's your birthday. Maybe it's your birthday.
Well, yes.
I think it's something good, but it's just something right now. So
something's going to happen. It's all positive energy. You're in the house. That's all we need. We don't need nothing else.
No, we're here.
It's a conglomeration of birthdays and Hannah Fairlight.
Something. It's like writing love songs for animals.
What?
Something in the way she
Jason's
moves.
leaving us?
Brian, have you heard an update on the meth squirrel? Anything meth squirrel doing okay?
No. Last I heard, he was all right.
Okay, that's good. We were concerned about the meth squirrel.
Meth squirrel, yeah.
So apparently,
what was the meth squirrel's name again?
No, I can't say that on the air.
Yes, you can.
No,
it was already said.
Cannot
I
say
know
and
the
will
meth
not say
squirrel's
that.
name.
I will send you the YouTube video. Our friend, it's a long story, but it's down in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. I will send you the link to it. and it's all real. You're going to think it's fake. It's all real.
What's the takeaway?
This is world
Is it going to
news.
frighten me? And is it like a mutated squirrel?
Let's say there was a huge drug bust happened down there, and apparently a squirrel was rumored to have been fed meth to be used as an attack squirrel. And the person that's on the run called the radio station in to deny the rumors. No, the squirrel's fine. So it's all real, Hannah. So let's get away from that garbage, and let's get Hannah do her very first song. Hannah, what would you like to play first? And let's get it kicked off and rolling.
What would you? It's your guys' birthday show. What would you like to? Would you like to hear something off one of the prior two albums, or something brand spanking new?
Let's do something off the prior album first, and then we'll roll into the show with the new stuff.
I like it. Cool. So this song is called "Tomorrow."
Can we hear it today?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is off my last album.
It was the Annie soundtrack.
It's called Bright Future. It's the second track off that album, produced by Michael Wagner.
Today I'm gonna fall behind doing what I need. Lose my patience, stop shortchanging who I wanna be. Believing there's a better world beyond this one of iron and gold. Took a train to Pittsburgh, following my muse. Wandered through Milwaukee, down broken avenues, and I lost my mind in Memphis. Watched my diamond dreams turn back to gold. Tomorrow, I'm gonna get it right. Tomorrow, I'm gonna reach the light. Gonna hit the gas and go so fast to blow right past this sorrow. Tomorrow, when I look down at my body, I don't recognize myself. I always thought that I'd grow up to be somebody else. There's a stranger in the mirror, a stranger in my arms. Tomorrow, I'm gonna get it right. Tomorrow, I'm gonna reach the light. Gonna hit the gas and go so fast to blow right past this sorrow. Tomorrow. There's nothing in my way today. I'm gonna lose my faith, back off all this silence. If I lose my faith, it's okay. I'm gonna find my way back down the road again. Standing at the bottom, gazing at the top, burning with desire, ticking like a clock. I spread my wings, try one more time to fly. Tomorrow, I'm gonna get it right. Tomorrow, I'm gonna win the fight. Gonna hit the gas and go so fast to blow right past this sorrow. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow.
What'd you do?
All of a sudden, my mic is off. Check one. Check. Did you shut me all the way off, Jason?
No. I'm getting a signal from you.
Well, I don't have a
I'm getting a signal from you.
I don't know what's going on, but
Told you something was going to happen.
Yeah. We got the right person shut off.
Brian, are you hearing me okay down there?
No, we're not hearing you hardly.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on.
Jiggle your cables.
Check one. Check.
I'm seeing you on the board, but very. I don't know.
Pass the mic over here real quick.
Yeah, Take my microphone.
And then we'll change mics real quick. All right. Boy, this is awkward. Glad the camera is facing her. No.
You guys wouldn't believe
What's
the
going on?
angle.
I am glad
Jason's
the camera
mic.
is on Hannah and not back toward us.
Mark with Jason's mic. That's great.
Hannah, we're
my
going to
phone's
dock your
over there,
pay.
and I'm going to leave it there, guys.
We're going to dock your pay. So
It stays with us.
we want to thank Julian, who's over there in, I believe, in South Carolina, is checking us out. Dawn is in Ohio. Thank you, Dawn. Dawn's an longtime school friend of mine. Jerry Ray Demps from the Neon Stage is watching.
Hey,
so
that's cool.
We want to thank everybody.
Thanks, guys, for tuning
we
in.
got my mic so I can actually unpresume the position. All right. Boy, that sounds so much better. That mic just died. That was the most awkward thing we've done in 7 years with this radio station.
For the most part, yes.
Yeah, that was not good. I was not happy. So I should get hazard pay for that. So let's find out about Hannah. You were here, I don't know, was it 8-9 months ago, maybe? Part of the duet at that point.
Mm-hmm.
You do a lot of solo stuff. Let's kind of talk about, the Hannah Fairlight Band. How often are you guys playing? Where are you playing at? Because, again, I see you all the time, and I love that.
Yeah, I've been working hard. So to give you just a little backstory, I lived in New York before I moved to Nashville. I was there about 10 odd years. I lived in England and Australia as well. Always pursuing music, but I actually went to film school at NYU in New York. So I had moved there. It was a very expensive lily pad for me to get to be in New York and study that craft, but also get to play in clubs in New York. So that's kind of where I cut my teeth playing out live. Now, I had played piano primarily until that transition. I grew up in the Midwest, and I just fancied all my time on the piano. So as a young child, that's kind of where I spent most of my time, and then I took lessons. Well, I found it harder and harder to carry pianos, find pianos, that sort of thing. So I taught myself the guitar, and I had a pocket full of chords, and I started playing in New York. So here we are now. That was 18-year-old me. I will be 34 this month.
Wow.
Wow.
Still very young.
Next month.
I wouldn't expect that.
I'm just getting started.
I put you at 22.
I'm just getting started. Perfect.
It's your birthday tomorrow. That's why.
I've gone through a lot of different collaborations. In my earliest days in New York, I did play by myself, but then a year or two into my time playing, I joined a band called Girls Don't Cry. We were a power pop rock band, very Bangles, Go-Go's kind of vibe. We were together for 2 years. That was a great learning experience, and the girls were all great players.
Do you stay in touch with those?
Yeah, absolutely. And a few of the girls are really still active in music, which is cool. And so many collaborations have spawned over the years, but I would say my move to Nashville now, I'm breaching, I guess it's 6 years, almost 7. The community in Nashville has been very good for me as a solo artist. I would say it was very fragmented in New York, and I was also quite young, so I found myself giving in to following love across the world or finding different kinds of work, but always threading together through music and coming back to music, but not necessarily coming in with a big hammer in terms of it in the industry, I would say.
Okay.
So yeah, here I am, and I'm putting out a new album, a new solo album. It'll be my third studio album, and it's going to be my most vulnerable work I think I've ever put out.
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard one for me. I think it's been pretty emotional.
What do you think that is? That you're opening up more of your personality, more of your spirit, or just expanding your musical talents? Because you again are one of those young ladies that when I first met you, I didn't know that you play sax, you play piano, you play guitar, you sing. Is there anything else you? Yeah, and if you look at your bio, you act, you're on. I see you dress up fancy, with your hair all done up, and you're on like the red carpet stuff. You've been kind of a little bit of everywhere.
Life has led me in these beautiful directions. I do audio for film and television.
Okay.
Or I have done over the years, and that has always kept me in the world, as well as my network that I started from with NYU and in New York with the filmmakers. And I think that creatively, I've always still been attracted to that world. So when opportunities have come up, like the reality show Crazy Hearts, or I couldn't help but try, even though I knew certain doom could happen.
Right.
But I've learned a lot through those experiences, and I really do. I was very blessed because I prayed after Crazy Hearts for a scripted project to come my way, and then 3 years later, Pitch Perfect 3 showed up. So there has been a little bit of a path there, but I'm really excited at this time to finally put out another full-length album. I call my other albums. There's 6 songs each, but I've been sitting on so much work. I'm the kind of artist, I think I'm coming to terms with the fact that I write constantly, and even throughout and us putting out our record last year, I feel musically constipated. So I'm super excited to let it flow. And this album is going to be really a combination of older works, even works that I wrote when I was living in New York, sort of this haunting past, mixed with songs that I've written really recently now.
Okay.
So it's been a journey. It's been a journey. I have a little boy, and he's 3.5 now, so I think I finally have the mental, physical, and emotional space to tackle this.
And you include him on everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Instagram, we see him everywhere. He's part of the family. I think it's pretty
internet.
cool. You obviously are a big Kiss fan.
Well, my husband plays with Gene Simmons' solo band and with Ace Frehley's solo band.
Yes.
So inevitably, yes, by default. I mean, I am a Kiss fan. I'm a fan of a lot of what they do, and I'm a fan of a lot of the music. But yeah, we have Kiss 24/7 going in our lives, which is interesting.
I thought that was pretty cool, because I saw your husband on stage with Ace Frehley, and I'm like going, is that Asbrock on stage with Ace? And I'm like, I did not know that. And I'm in Muscle Shoals, and somebody's down there going, man, I just saw the Ace Frehley concert up there. Man, these guitar players were killing it. I'm like going, was he wearing like a gray outfit, like black and stripes and stuff? He goes, and he pulled up a picture, and it's your husband standing there. I said, yeah, we're friends with his wife. Yeah. Oh, so he knew who you was. He knew who you was. So you're famous in Muscle Shoals also. Sweet. Not just your husband, but you. So
Woo,
and they're checking us out tonight, so we want to thank them. All
We've
right.
been across the nation like a fungus.
All right. My mic just went out again. So apparently
something. Yes.
Pop me in a different channel, whichever one
Pop.
you got me in.
Okay, I will go move you.
Why don't you go ahead and play us another song real quick?
Ooh, I'd love to. Well, technical difficulties are happening. All right, so this song is called Too Late to Wonder. This song is, I grew up in the Midwest in Indiana, Minnesota, and Iowa. And I went to high school in Iowa, and so there's a lot of this album. There's some songs that really, it's almost like a Carolina on my mind kind of feeling. Just like, these songs that I've written about that time and certain interactions. Anyway, this is one of them, and it's sort of like the one that got away, but it's also a comment on when you wanted to say something, but you didn't quite get to say it or do it, that kind of a thing. So that's the song, and it's going to be on the new album, which is called Muscle and Skin. I'm not unrevealing it like Lily. I'm not such a smart business person. It has been revealed. I've already revealed it on my socials. Anyway, this is Too Late to Wonder.
Couldn't find each other. Should have asked you from the get-go if we had each other's names. Grew up way too early. Didn't mean my heart was ready for these games. It was too late, too late, too late. Now it's too late, too late, too late. Too late to wonder, late to wonder now. We've gone to wander, gone to wander out. We grew up way too proud. Too late to wonder, late to wonder now. No one holds a candle to you now. Sitting in the parlor, we are waiting for my mother to go breathing there together. We are waiting for each other to go It was too late, too late, too late. Now it's too late, too late, too late. Too late to wonder, late to wonder now. We've gone to wander, gone to wander out. We grew up way too proud. Too late to wonder, late to wonder now. No one holds a candle to you, no one. Too late. Too late. When no one hears you, no one sees you. Ooh, it's too late to wonder, late to wonder now, now, now. No one holds a candle to you, no. To you now.
Absolutely beautiful song.
Thank you.
Brian, I have moved Mark over to 3 from 2, so he's moved a different channel.
We'll try this one. Hey, there I am. Must be a bad channel. So now, Hannah, you're talking about you write a lot. Do you write solo stuff? I mean, or do you co-write at all?
I have co-written. I've co-written way less than I've written music. I started writing music when I was about 13. I wrote my first rock song.
Mm-hmm.
I think I wrote some little, like stuff I entered in the state fair that was just melodies played on the piano. But then I wrote and I performed it at band camp, Dorian band camp at Luther College, where I went in the summers. And I auditioned and played it in their variety show.
Okay.
Which was really hard to get into. And I got in, and I hadn't played anything like that out for people like that. I'd played classical piano recitals and stuff like that, but I'd already fallen in love with Tori Amos by that point, so I was gone. I was already out, ready to move to New York and go play music and you know do it. But so yeah. Anyway, yeah, but so I write all the time. It's kind of just a continuous way of translating the world around me, how I'm feeling, and and emoting. So it's happening constantly.
Are you the one that wakes up in the middle of the night with a song stuck in your head?
I don't know about waking up in the middle of the night, but I will get hit with a song sometimes, and I've got to try to get it. I would say if the melody sticks with me past, even going back to the recording for it over and over again, then it's got to get born.
Okay.
You've got a couple compliments on Facebook.
I got more than a couple.
Yeah, loving her sound. Kind of reminds me of Cigarettes After Sex. Very unique.
I like it.
And you got another one.
Song title.
There you
I like it. It's my next album.
Hannah has a Joan Jett, Susie Quattro look. Very cool.
Thank you. I already knew that.
She already knew that.
Really?
No, your husband's a musician himself. Do you bounce ideas off of him? Do you co-write with him at all? Or are you just totally separate from his musical style?
We have a beautiful musical relationship in the home. We have our 3-year-old running around watching weird shows like Curious George and Octonauts, and his favorite song right now, by the way, is "This Is Halloween" by Danny Elfman, and he's 3, so it's a little creepy, but it's great. So, but he loves ELO and he loves Clean. He likes cool bands. So there's a lot of music. There's a record player in the house. Jer and I do not. I would say occasionally we noodle together or we have family jams. We haven't formally written together. Mm-hmm. He plays in my band, and he kind of takes on the parts, that I arrange for him. Mm-hmm. But I don't. I mean, he gets full reign. Like when we're playing as a band, as the Hannah Fairlight group, everybody can do kind of whatever they want, you know. So loosely speaking. But it's really comfortable. It can be interesting when you get in personal relationships with other artists or with musicians. I think the thing that really works really well with us is not only are we respectful human beings, first and foremost, but that he's more of a hired gun in the sense that he takes parts on and learns parts and doesn't, I know that he's come up with some original music pieces that are beautiful. But he doesn't do that primarily, mm-hmm. whereas I'm not nearly as technically savvy, jack of all trades, master of none, but I'm the writer. I'm the starving one.
The starving one. Now, when you say jack of all trades, though, I've seen you in various videos. You're playing the piano still. You're playing guitar, but I see you playing sax. Yeah. How long have you been doing that?
I've played sax since I was 9 years old.
Really?
I took piano lessons from 8, and I started taking classical sax lessons as well from when I was 9 until I graduated high school.
Wow. So you still play sax up to this day?
I do. My chops are not nearly as up to par as they were in my, dorky, auditioning for Allstate days where my lips were bleeding doing these crazy runs. Not at all, but I really like woodwinds. Mm-hmm. I think they have such a beautiful quality that they bring to rock and roll, but also to some of the softer stuff that I play. I think it pairs really nicely with piano. And interestingly, on my new record, I'm doing a song that's really old. It's called "Shaking Hands." Old meaning I wrote it about a decade ago, which I'm not scared to admit. And but it's kind of crazy. It's almost like this album has become a memoir. We've been in the studio for about a week, and I just came out, and we're going to take a little break and go back in for a few days. But I'm in there with Austin Hoke, and so his dad is Jim Hoke, who's like the best saxophone player in the world. So it's kind of crazy because I'm in there like doing my solo on Shaking Hands with Austin, and I just feel like I'm making his blood curdle a little bit, or his skin crawl is what I mean. Like it's like, for me, it's like this album is sort of just about me being me. You know, I could easily call somebody in to play it better or whatever, but it really is, you know, it's every instrument that I play on it, it's going to be just where I'm at. And it's about the voicing and the quality of, like, I just love, you guys listen to Bon Iver. Have you listened to more than just kind of the main stuff? Because his album 22 a Million really hit me, and it was so beautiful the way he was doing these harmonizing stacked woodwinds and stuff like that. So,
and you don't hear a lot of that anymore. Back in the old days, you know, and I say old days, Jason goes, yeah, way back in the dinosaur days. Classic rock and roll, I mean, it wasn't nothing but a thing to hear like the Stones have a French horn. The Stones have a French horn in their song.
Or Todd Rundgren, or like,
yes,
you know, these beautiful songs that it just seems like it's supposed to be there.
He's not talking about the Rolling Stones, though. He's old enough. It's Fred Flintstones.
You're gonna see a murder happen. The first one in 7 years. Keep the camera facing you.
You have people.
Did those come on you like on the spot?
Oh yeah, he's quick. He's sharp like that. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
he's
sharp like a worn pencil.
He's sharp like that stone he's talking about. He's going to get hit right in the eye with.
You've got people asking for your information as far as your websites and.
Please, I would love to give that. So it's hannahfairlight.com. Hannah Fairlight, like my fair lady light from the sky. And on hannahfairlight.com, you can find not only, you know, I'm keeping up to date with photos and video, especially from the studio. I've been keeping lots of videos of what we've been doing, which is really cool personal documentation for me. But also, I'm doing a blog, and it's really, my website is going to be the only place that you can get really just peel back some more layers on what I'm doing if you want to go that deep. And my blog is talking about a lot of stuff, everything from, like, you know, mental health to audio, science geeking out to, I mean, topics that I care about and that I think are important and that I have experience with. So come to my blog on hannahfairlight.com. Also, check out my store where I'm going to be posting these little, these beautiful prints that Dylan Estes has been making of the photography that we have for the album. I'm going to be posting those there so you can donate kind of as much as you want to help me afford this.
Help her to help you.
Exactly.
It's a trade of sorts. Help me, help you.
Help you.
Hannah, let's do another song.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So this is called Walk Away. This was a co-write. It wasn't intended to be a co-write. I met with Mitch Malloy, who is best known as Van Halen's lost child. He was in Van Halen for a short minute, but he also has a big music career apart from that. And
Was he a keyboard player?
No, guitar and he's a singer mainly.
Okay.
So I was at his house just checking out a studio, saying hi, and I grabbed one of his guitars, and this idea came into my head. And so this is Walk Away, and I'll just let the lyrics speak for themselves, because I'm talking a lot already. This is also going on the new album. Forgive me. Let's see, here we go.
pain is everybody else's fault. Aim to change your ways, let down your heavy walls. You're rocking around just like a boat out on the ocean, trying to find your way back to the shore. You're lost and you're found, but don't give in to the emotion. Show your ghost and your demons the door, and walk away, walk away, walk away from everything you've done before. Clear the page, clear the slate. When the darkness clears, you'll see we're the masters of our own reality. Now it's time to say goodbye, time to take a different road. Journey's long, but stand strong, leave behind your heavy load. Nothing is ever quite as hard as what it seems, though at times it's not easy to see. You've come too far now, don't give up on all you dream. Now you traveled so far for the key. You wanna walk away, walk away, walk away from everything you've done before. Clear the page, clear the slate. When the darkness clears, you'll see we're the masters of our own reality. Life is but a roller coaster. Hold on tight until it's over. Just let go and give in to the wind. Paint it what you wanna see. The colors will come naturally, and all you ever needed lies within.
Should have given the disclaimer that actually most of these songs are on the piano. So it's an adventure for me to be playing them on the guitar.
So do you write mostly playing the piano, or you kind of back and forth between that and the guitar?
Definitely both.
Both.
But I would say that there's some kind of a world where the chord-based stuff really, the rock and stuff mostly, and then the folky finger-picking stuff happens on the guitar, and then everything else happens on the piano. It's just, I don't know how else to describe it, but yeah.
Just whatever you feel at the time, right?
Yeah, because I can't quite do what I can do on the piano or get there as quickly on the guitar. But sometimes it just, I know exactly where to go. So I guess that's...
You said earlier, but how long have you been playing the guitar?
I picked up, so I went on a foreign exchange to Peru for 1 year and lived with the host family. And so I was going to like the local restaurants in Arequipa and asking them if I could play there, like the nice restaurants. I had a piano there, so I would ask during off hours to go play. And a theater, but I was getting really anxious, and near the end of the trip, I finally broke down and bought an electric acoustic guitar. Mm-hmm. And I hadn't really played before that, and I found it incredibly challenging. I still do, but I've been playing and existing for so long on this instrument, and it's so much more mobile. But yeah, I started writing, and I think the first song I learned was probably "Knocking on Heaven's Door." I think it was, and I was playing for my South American friends. But I showed up at CBGB's in New York with my guitar because I didn't have a cell phone or computer or anything recorded. I didn't have anything except me and like 5 chords and 5 songs. And I auditioned and I got a show. And then they recorded it, and I used that disc for booking more shows.
Yeah, cool. Is it kind of neat just how it works, in its own way? It has a way of working out only if you do the hard work and the prep ahead of it. You got to be ready for it. You're playing piano, you're playing sax. You're in a situation where you don't play guitar, but you kind of really have no other choice if you're going to do it. I was a drummer, been playing drums my whole life. There was a point in my life, drums had to go away. And I'm sitting in an apartment, and I got to have drums. Well, you can't have drums in an apartment if you want to stay living in an apartment because they'll throw you out. Yeah. So I bought a $75 Fender acoustic guitar that had strings 1.5 inches off the neck, and I worked on it, and I sat and I taught myself 8 or 9 chords, and I sat in my apartment every night and played guitar. And I made a couple of bands playing guitar. I don't like to play guitar all the time. I'd rather be a drummer, but you do what you got to do. And I think you adapted. You've got a long, busy, young career. You're a young lady, and I didn't know you were in Peru. You're in Peru, and you're in. Where were you in Indiana at? What part?
My parents are. They met at Purdue, their alma mater. So
I've played there a couple of times. In January.
Oh.
Yes, home of Neil Armstrong and Drew Brees. But I played a gig there in January. Double frat, double sorority party.
Oh, cool. Oh, not cool.
Oh, it was wild. It was packed. More people than you ever see, but
very cold.
Yeah, it was very cold. Yes.
So I was in West Lafayette, Rensselaer, mainly Rensselaer, and my grandparents are in South Bend and Anderson, just outside of Indianapolis. So Indiana was.
You're getting right up there by me, close. When you start talking about South Bend.
Yeah.
I'm on the corner of Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio, where all 3 states come together.
Okay. Well, there we go. Yep. See, I knew that accent.
Excellent. And then you went to Iowa. You were in Iowa for where? What part?
I was there from when I was 13 to 17, and I was in north central, so near Waterloo, Cedar Falls, a little town called Grundy Center.
Okay, as long as it's not Osage.
Pardon?
As long as it's not Osage.
No. Osage. No, I'm kidding. I have no idea.
That wasn't on video or nothing, but thank you, Hannah.
I didn't.
She just said Osage is number 1 in her heart. Thank you, Hannah. We're going to get time's going to slip away from us here real quick. I'm trying to zip down. We got time. Looks like one more song, don't we?
Yeah.
Wow, man, this has gone by so fast.
That is so okay.
I can't stand that. I'd like to be able to sit here and talk for the next 2 or 3 hours, but unfortunately, we are time restraint. So, why don't you pick one more song, something off the new album again? You want to? And when is the new album coming out?
Okay, so yeah, I'll give you a little bit. This has been a great opportunity for me to practice the songs too, because the ones I've been playing are on a little and they weren't mainly guitar songs, but they're a little on the newer side. So this has been great. Also, let's see. So the album's called Muscle and Skin.
Okay.
And in the blog, I'm going to talk about that a little bit more, but it's about sort of my journey, but I think a lot of people's journey, especially in entertainment, but I think maybe in anything in life. Your perception of yourself changes as you grow, and others' perception of you can be different, or your perception of yourself can be different than what you thought before. So it's sort of this play on the inner world versus the outer world. The strength can lie in both places, but with Muscle and Skin, I was thinking it's sort of this. It's about mortality too, and I know that sounds really heavy, but it's just kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy to do music or to do, something so lavish when there seems to be more pressing matters. You know what I mean? And I think about that a lot as an artist. I write a lot for myself too. So for me to put this thing out and be so vulnerable is a big challenge for me. And this song is going to be on it. It's called Bells, and it is a painfully optimistic song about love. I think this is the last track on the record, so perfect ending. Here we go, guys. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Your shining eyes help me to forget that time is passing and any past regret. And when we wake, we are like children in a sense, anticipating our whole lives ahead of us. And I love you. We will be just fine. A call to action, and I called you in my sleep. I drank too much again, my emotions got the best of me. This broken record of us trying to make plans becomes a song again when you touch my hand. And I love you. We will be just fine. These desperate times call for desperate measurements of our relationship and if it's making sense. But when I'm with you, I feel just like a child. That's all I need to know that it's worthwhile. I choose you. We will be fine. We will be fine. Oh, will you be mine? 'Cause I believe we will be fine.
Miss Hannah Fairlight, everybody. I just want to say that was a beautiful song. We can't wait for the album to come out. For people that were watching the video, what they can see is you from about the waist up, and you're really into it, and you got your mood music going. What they didn't see was your feet ran about a mile. I don't know if you noticed it, but your little feet were just a kicking.
Listen, if I don't do that in the air, I have a stomping twitch. I almost brought I have a stomping pedal, but I wanted to just really jump, if that makes any sense.
But it was.
Ooh. Fuck.
Hey, and she also does rap scratching.
Break it down.
The multi-talented Hannah
What you
Fairlight.
heard was not a swear. I was just break it down.
And you wonder why we like her so much.
Absolutely.
My name is Hannah Fairlight. I'm going to play.
Yeah, Brian's losing to hear him in the background. Hannah, thank you for being part of the family again. It's nice to have you. The solo project is wonderful.
Absolutely.
Where can we go see you? What's your next show? Where's the big show for you?
I have 2 shows on the books with aspirations for more, but super in the in the recording zone. So August 30th, that is at the 5 spot.
Okay.
That will be a 10 o'clock start. I am second in the lineup. They kick that show off at 9, but there's all the bands that night are going to be really rad. So August 30th, that's a Saturday night at the 5 spot. And then again, September 14th, I know it's a little bit in the future, but Americana Fest Times at Bowery Vault, and that will also be at 10 o'clock. So August 30th, September 14th, and go to my website and sign up for my mailing list. Please sign up for my mailing list. New merch, all kinds of stuff coming your way. Please sign up. And again, that blog that hopefully, I don't know if I'm crazy, but it'll add something to your day, I hope. So that's it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Don't forget to tune in Saturday starting at 10 o'clock for the vinyl show.
Yes, the vinyl show. It'll be all JTB Groovy's record shop, his vinyl.
Yes, we're going to play
So we
his
don't know
vinyl.
what we're going to play, and we've been watching his Instagram stuff. He's a heavy Instagrammer, if that's even a word. But some of the albums he is highlighting, boy, I hope he still has those.
Yeah.
Not that I don't want him to make a sale, but
I hope he does the Masters
I
of the Universe one for us.
I hope the Master of the Universe. That's going right in your collection, brother, not mine.
I actually already own that one.
Oh, God. Of course you would. So for that, let's get off this show while it's still good. For Miss Hannah Fairlight, Brian the IT guru down in Pulaski, birthday girl Rebecca, the Velvet One, the Hillbilly Heartthrob. We want to say hello to Lisa T at Muscle Shoals and to Chris at heatfmradio.com. Thank you guys. I am Mark the DJ Doctor, and just wish everybody a happy birthday for us. Tomorrow we turn 7.
Yes, we do.
And we will see you next week. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.
User disconnected from your channel.